Alright, so this is more of like an update video for my channel and the content. It's not like I'm getting rid of anything. I'm just like adding more to it. So about like a month ago, I decided, I just wanted to start my own realm. And as you can see on the top right there, I'm like 759 days in, which is pretty good. And that's about like a month. I know that because I had to pay the monthly subscription bill. So I was like, okay, it's been a month. And yeah, I think I'll split this video up. I have a chapter for it. One where I just talk about the realm, and then the other one I talk about more content. And so in this realm, I've had like, I could think of the top of my head like 3 add-ons right now. There's probably more, but right now I can think about 3. There's a Plenty of Blocks one where you can see these are gold, and you just put in the stone cutter, and then you could like change up how the gold looks. There's that. There's essentials, of course, chop down the tree and like 1 axe wing, which is pretty nice, and AFK farm, which are down there, which is pretty nice too. And I was just gonna get on with the builds for now. So we got this teleport thing, so if you crouch, you can like go down, which is pretty nice, and you just jump and you're up there. So on with the build here. So this cathedral, I was inspired by the Dark Souls 3 Pontiff cathedral. Now I say inspired because I'm not trying to build it one for one, but there's like nice benches here. Have a seat. Now you go down here. There we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah, and little flowers here. But I say inspired as in like, I've just taken some ideas from it. I haven't like one for one done it, because if I was going to do one for one, this thing would have probably be like 5 times bigger. It would have to be 5 times bigger if I was going to copy one for one. And before I go on the inside, the statue here. So I'm not very good at making statues. I'm just like working with what I know what to do, which is the Roman statues and stuff like that, with the poses, the marble statues. Now I know how to make those with the not symmetrical body shape, I guess. So I'm gonna try to make it look like a medieval one, that has like knight armor and stuff like that, maybe a sword and shield. I do have ideas from other games that I would like to try, but this is what I know what to do. So my guess is, how hard could it be to make those knight statues? I just gotta put armor on this body. So it's not like a realistic body, of course. It's more of like a mannequin, so it won't have like a face, like no eyeballs or mouth like that. It's more like a mannequin. You can think of it like just like an outline for the armor I'm about to put on it to make it look more medieval. Because if this was a medieval build, I would just stick with my Roman looking statue builds. But other than that, that's what I'm going for the statue. It is pretty big. I had to like go make it come down, because before I had it up where the railings are right there, but I had to bring it down because it is very tall. And that's a bridge, pretty cool. All right, this time this is more like a little showcase of the realm. But yeah, as you can see in the game, it's kind of like this, but not exactly. And the candles, I think these look pretty nice. Some reason some of them go off, some of them stay on. I just don't understand. Oh man, look at that shine on the floor. Look at that. Yeah, these are supposed to be carpets, of course. And in the game, the building itself does not have anything here that you can see or you cannot access. So I'm about to use my imagination and just build whatever I think would go in there. And it is gonna be pretty tall. It might reach a sky limit, but I'm not even sure. But it is gonna be pretty tall, because right here, and as you can see right here, it should be like 85, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80 actually. And I'm gonna have like 2 statues here. I'm gonna try to do those statues. I'll be showing pictures, but I'm gonna try to do those statues of, I guess that's like a priestess or something like that. I'm gonna try to do that. If I can't, then I can't. If it looks bad, I'll destroy it. But as you can also see, these lead to like big doors which are like locked. So I'm gonna have to use my imagination and put whatever I want there. And there's that glass. Yeah, I guess there's a glass thing there, which is also in the game. Like I said, I didn't copy it for one because if I did, then that thing would have to be about 5 times bigger than that if I wanted to go 1-to-1. I just thought I'd just do it my way. And over here, I just thought I'd make a big tree here, because the last thing I worked on in my not mine, but in the old realm I was in, I was working on the big tree. And I will have some pictures of it too, thanks to my buddy. I was able to get on his account and then see the old realm again and just check some stuff out. But yeah, I think making the tree this big will suffice on the stuff I would want in there. Yeah, it's got like roots coming out, so I think it's gonna be pretty nice. I usually like to work on like 10 different things at once, since maybe one day I'm like, I don't want to work on the cathedral, I'll just go work on the tree. Maybe the next day I don't want to work on the tree, I'll just work on something else. That's why I like to work on like 10 different things. And on with the content things. I think I will start making a series for my realm, so that while I'm building, I could just make a video on it. So maybe one of the parts I'll be working on the walls of the cathedral, and then the next, I'll move on to a different thing. I just keep on working at it. And then I did want to start with these short form content where I just make builds, and I think I plan on making like 2 that's vanilla Minecraft, like, so you could use vanilla blocks, and then on the third one I'll be using the plenty of blocks, with all that extra blocks, which let me see if I show it. So you just put in the cutter here. If I do it right here, as you can see, there's like a bunch of blocks. You can put some other blocks in there like stone if you wanted to. So yeah, I think every third build I want to do, I will be using like plenty of blocks. And then once I do 6 builds, I think on my channel I would like to do like a showcase video where I just show all 6 of the builds. I just go around, show it. And I think that's the formula I want to do. I'm not sure how exactly it will look. So by the time this is out, you can go check in the link in the description if you want. I started a TikTok account. I don't use that. I probably have like 5 minutes on that whole app, because I really don't use it. There's that. So that's gonna be like the short video form. I might also upload it to YouTube Shorts, because I just gotta like upload it to both, right? Like once I got the short form done. And then I think I will start a new Instagram account as well, for like pictures of the builds. So it won't be like videos, it'll just be like a picture. So if you wanted to try to like copy it, which I don't mind, of course, or get inspiration from it, I think a still image is better than a little short video if you wanted to try to build what you see. So that's what my Instagram will be for. Or yeah, that's what it's gonna be for, the pictures. And I would just like to give a warning. The first build will be like a little gag, so like it's not serious. Do not think I'm bad at building. So yeah, the first one's gonna be a little gag. It's not meant to be serious. Other than that, I don't think there's anything much else I could say besides some of my friends I invited, they're starting their builds, I guess. I think that's like a modern house right there. I think a build is starting right here as well. Got the mine building, which is pretty nice. A house right here, and another house over there. Bunch of big geese over here, geese or goose, I don't know. All right, I think I said what I wanted to say, but just a little recap. I will be starting a realm series where I just build on the realm I might as well, because you know I'm here, might as well make some videos on it. And then on the side, you know, I'll be making shorts of me building just in creative and posting those out. And then every 6th one of those, I will be making a video going through them, or like maybe like showcasing them and then talking about it. And of course, like every 3rd one that I've make, I will be using the Plania Blocks add-on. I just thought that would be fair, since you know not everyone has an add-on. So 4 of the builds are gonna be vanilla, and 2 of them are gonna involve the Plania Block add-on. You wouldn't need to go down in the description to check out the TikTok, because like every 6 builds, every 6 build I would be doing the showcase, so you'll see all the builds anyways, so you won't have to go on TikTok. But you know, I guess if you want to see it early, you could, but you don't have to. I just like to give people options here, you know, because me personally, I don't watch short form content. You know, I'm not here on, you know, YouTube Shorts or TikTok, and I'm just trying to broaden my audience, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, I'm not expecting people from, I guess, TikTok to come on my YouTube channel and watch the videos here, because that's just how it is, you know. You just watch what you want to watch, you know. You shouldn't be held at gunpoint like, hey, watch my stuff, you know. So I just like to give people options here. And you know, I got Minecraft in my name. I just like Minecraft so much. And yeah, I think this is gonna be pretty good. I do enjoy building. And I guess that is it.